Welcome back to another Wednesday episode of Sammy and Marissa's Husbands. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday at work. Well, I guess this will probably be Thursday when you're listening to it, but I hope you guys are having a good week. Just going over the agenda. We'll do a This Day in History, an athlete with a special segment embedded in there, some random questions, NBA playoff recap and preview, and a new little word association game that we're going to try out and see if we like, and then we'll end it off with some pet peeves. So jumping into it, this day in history, in 1843, the first wagon train departs Independence, Missouri for Oregon with anywhere between 700 to 1,000 migrants. I almost forgot how to say the word migrants for a second and said migrants, which sounds like a racial slur.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
But can you imagine being in that time period and like making that decision to just like drag your whole family through like months of traveling where your survival isn't guaranteed? Like you got to be desperate, right?
Have to be because a lot of those people fucking died.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine like you being like, hey, Marissa, we're going to get on a wagon and go to Oregon. It's going to take us months.
Yeah, it just wouldn't happen.
Yeah, the bitching that would ensue would be it'd be bitching on my part too. I think everybody there'd be bitching forever.
Yeah, I was going to say mainly for me.
Yeah, I'd be the one bitching. 1849, Abraham Lincoln was granted a patent for a boat lifting device. He's the only U.S. president to have a patent, which I thought was kind of random, right? Boat lifting device. I looked it up. He was born in Kentucky. So he must have done some like boat mechanic repair, but like must have been just a fisherman on a lake or something.
Yeah, I mean they have rivers and shit in Kentucky, I think.
Right. But it's not like, you would think that's like a coastal, my work computer yelling at me. You'd think that's like a coastal thing.
Yeah, you'd think.
I wonder if he ever made any money off of it.
Well,
Um,
he got his John Wilkes Booth blew his brain out of his head, so probably not.
yeah, that did happen. Yeah, that happened for sure. In 2000, in 2004, George W. Bush falls from his bicycle.
Was it? Do you think it was as funny as when Biden fell off his bike, or?
Not even close to as funny, but for some reason that was listed in the history segment, which I thought I had to bring up. But apparently he was doing a 17-mile race, and so he wasn't just like Biden cruising on an open street or just posing for a picture on a fucking bike. Um, but I thought that shit was hilarious, and I can't help but think about you riding your electric bike around your neighborhood and just toppling over.
Um, I mean, yeah, that thing, if I fall off that bike and hit my head, I'll die. It goes that fast.
You wear a helmet, bro.
It's not going to happen.
No, too cool for a helmet.
I am.
What kind of example is that setting for the kids?
Fuck the kids.
Fuck them kids. All right, but that's this day in history. Wasn't a crazy eventful day in history, but so next you have a athlete for us.
Yep. Kendall Gill. He's a former Charlotte Hornet. Some people might know him from that. That's probably what he's most famous for. In college, he was an honorable mention All Big Ten, honorable mention All American. He was the captain of the Illinois Illini. Then he was first team All Big Ten, consensus second team All American, University of Illinois Athlete of the Year, elected to University of Illinois All Century team, drafted fifth overall by the Hornets, was All Rookie first team in 1991. In 1999, he led the league in steals. He also had a two separate seasons where he averaged 20 points a game in the NBA. For his career, he averaged 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. So he's a solid player. But the multi-sport aspect of it, in 2005, he picked up professional boxing and had 4 professional fights, and he was 4-0 with 3 knockouts.
Oh shit! I mean, NBA player, right? Must have been a pretty big dude, lanky. I'm assuming, like he was a guard.
Yes, 6'5", 215.
6'5", 215. I don't want any problems with that guy.
Big dude.
Big dude, and probably like long wingspan. So he was probably a problem in the boxing ring for sure.
And he was a shooting guard, small forward, so it's not like he was he was athletic.
Right, big physical dude.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
So we reached out to him via Cameo and asked him a couple of questions, and if I'm able to download it, I'll insert it here.
Hey, what is up, Tyler and Trey? This is Kendall Gill. You guys sent out a Cameo to ask me a few questions. Who would win a one-on-one between myself, Sean Marks, Jimmy Jackson, and Tom Hammonds? Of course I would win. Come on, man. I mean, that's an easy answer. I'm sure they would say differently, but hey, I would be the one to put your money on. The toughest guy I've had to guard was Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, formerly Chris Jackson out of LSU. His moves were just so quick, precise, and he had so many of them that you really didn't know what move was coming when you were guarding him. So he was the toughest. MJ, of course, was a close second, but one-on-one I could somewhat hold Michael to his average, which was 30. So I mean, I guess they didn't that great, but he never really went off on me. But Mahmoud his individual moves was the ones that I had the most difficulty with. All right, Tyler and Trey, hope that answers your questions, man, and good luck on you guys' podcast. Take it easy.
And we'll see if that worked. That might have worked. It might not have worked.
If it didn't work, sucks to suck.
If it didn't work, there's just 10 seconds of silence.
All right, but moving on. Random questions. You have random questions?
I do have 2 random questions, but I forgot to mention his nickname, Kendall Cold World Gill.
Cold World. I like that. It is a cold world.
That's a little throwback to our episode when we did the sports nicknames.
Yeah, I love a good nickname. Nicknames aren't as good these days as they were back then either.
Yeah, and I think, go back and watch Steph Blurry. That was our nickname episode.
Yeah, Steph Blurry. Great nickname.
All right.
Random questions. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Do you know, I'm sure you've seen them like at apartment complexes or like at a business. It's called a riser room. It's in red letters on like a door. A lot of times they're like underneath the staircase.
I think so.
Do you know what a riser room is?
No.
It's the room where they control the fire sprinkler system.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the random question. Do I know what a riser room is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, yeah.
They can't all be home runs. They can't all be home runs.
They can't all be home runs. And answer to your question is no. No, I did not know what a riser room is, but thanks to you, I now do. And so does everyone that is going to be listening to this midweek episode of the podcast.
Yeah, we got to get them to listen to the midweek episode. The midweek episodes trend far lower than the Sunday episode.
The reason I think that is because everybody knows that we do a Sunday episode. So on Monday, when you're taking that not anticipated drive to work in the morning, you download the episode so you can listen to it in the car or whatever you do. I have to download it because I drive through the middle of bumfuck nowhere and have no service, so I have to download it. And it's a nice cruise. Listen to some ganter. And then the midweek, They don't
Did you
always.
just say? Did you just say ganter?
Yeah,
It's banter.
could be. Banter, ganter. I mean, I'm not getting to the analytics of it.
Okay, hold on. Ganter is an occupational name for an official in charge of the legal auction of property confiscated in a default of a fine.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, just making sure. Just making
Of
sure.
course. Of course. But yeah, and then Wednesday they just might not always know that we do one, so they don't listen to it on that Thursday. And then by the time they actually listen to it, we've already made another Sunday episode. So we got to get the information out. The ganter, as you will. But sometimes you take risks and they don't work out for you.
Hey, I tried that with my riser room question.
Oh man, home run. But question for you. If you were stuck in a dark room and could have only one item to keep you occupied, and you only have 10 seconds to pick, what would it be? You're in a room for 24 hours.
A cell phone.
Okay. I thought about that. But how long is a cell phone going to last you?
Ah, the battery life. I see.
So it could be good, and you could like kind of work with it and only do like, oh, I'm going to spend 10 minutes on the cell phone, then I'm going to spend 50 minutes with it, off, so you don't waste the battery life. That is a way. But I don't know. That's tough.
What would you pick? Do you have a pick or?
I was thinking about it, and that's what I was thinking with the cell phone. I was like, cell phone would be easy choice. I thought about a Kindle maybe because those battery lives last a little longer, and I could spend a day reading. But I would probably get tired of reading. I thought if we have, no service, none of that stuff, probably just like a yo-yo or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nothing fun. But that was my question.
All right. Start bench cut.
All right.
Gorilla, orangutan, chimpanzee.
Is there context of what we're doing, or just
it can be a
it can be a
I was just my initial thought was just like which ones you like more, but that's not really that random. So I'm gonna go start bench cut those three of who you would least like to meet in the wild.
Okay.
You can just do it in order if you want. That's probably easier than doing start bench cut that way. Just do like number 1 is who you would least like to run into, and 3 is who you would most like to run into.
Well, I think least like would definitely be gorilla, and then second would be orangutan, third would be chimp. My thinking behind it is in levels of like smartness, kind of. You know what I mean? Like gorillas kind of seem like they didn't get the human like aspect. Like I'm not sitting here and saying whole evolution. That can be another topic for another day. But like chimpanzees are very much like, I don't know. They seem kind of friendly. They're a little smaller, right? They seem to do more thinking. Gorillas are just like see, eat, throw shit. You know what I mean?
I can tell you will be killed first.
Okay.
Chimpanzees are very violent.
Yeah, but
And
I'd rather encounter a smaller chimpanzee than a giant gorilla, which I have no chance of survival.
you don't have any chance with chimpanzee either. They'll rip your arms off.
Have you met me?
I would, if it was me, I would go least likely chimpanzee, second gorilla, and third orangutans, because orangutans have never There's never been a documented killing of a human by an orangutan.
Yeah, it's documented because they kill you, disassemble your body, and bury
And
you.
then they're that smart. They kill you, they eat your organs, and then they bury you in the ground.
Yeah. They even mark the gravesite.
I asked that question because I've been on a Planet of the Apes kick lately, and I was kind of wondering.
Ah, that new movie's coming out, isn't it?
Yeah, I just watched I hadn't seen the third movie before, so I watched that, and it was good. And then I remembered how much I liked them when they came out because we were younger when the first one came out. And I think I'm going to I might see it this weekend, the fourth one.
All right, that's what's up. So I guess you are our resident monkey expert.
They would be apes, but yeah,
Monkeys, apes.
it's
Same,
not planet. It's not Planet of the Monkeys, buddy.
same, but different. All right. My question: if you were held at gunpoint, you get one phone call, and you'll be shot in the face if they don't answer. Who do you pick?
They have to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, Drew.
Drew's gonna pick up for you.
Drew will pick up.
All right. Is he the guy that picks up because he has an Apple Watch on, or is he the guy that picks up because he always has his phone on loud?
I don't know if he always has that Apple Watch on. You would know better than me because y'all shit is connected.
True. It is connected, and I would say he doesn't wear it because I'm pretty sure I never see his rings being closed.
What does that mean?
That either means Drew's a fat piece of shit and never works out, or he just doesn't ever activate the thing, or he just doesn't wear his watch. But like the way the Apple Watch works is like it tracks your activity, right? So you have a move ring, a stand ring, and an exercise ring. Like you can set goals. So like your move ring will be like burn 1,600 calories a day or whatever it may be. Stand is like stand 12 hours and exercise 30 minutes, whatever. But Drew's little rings that pop up on my phone just seem to never be closed.
That could be a litany of issues.
AKA Drew doesn't do a whole lot of moving.
Well, he does have a desk job, so
True.
but I'm picking him. He's gonna answer the phone and I'm gonna live.
All right, I was thinking that, and I was thinking if I had to do it, I'd probably call my dad.
Not an option for me.
Yeah, true.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, that's where I was going. I wanted to insult you. But he's not the Apple Watch guy. He's the guy that just always has his phone on loud. Like me, if I'm not wearing my Apple Watch, my phone's always on silent. So if I don't feel it vibrating my wrist, like I have no idea you're calling me. So, you know,
So you don't ever have your phone on loud?
unless there's a reason I need to, like unless I'm expecting a call or like I'm not gonna be wearing my Apple Watch. Let me make sure it's on loud so I don't miss something. But no, it's generally always on vibrate.
Oh, okay.
But
That makes sense. My shit's always on vibrate too, I feel like.
I just really don't like hearing my ringtone.
That reminded me, I actually have two pet peeves for later in the episode.
All right. So moving on, NBA playoffs. I don't know if you watched the whole game, but the Celtics beat the Pacers last night in game 1. It was really the first close call that Boston has had all playoffs. Big thing for me is the Pacers almost play like a college team. They like picked up full court basically the whole game. They play at a super fast tempo. So they're really fun to watch. But for me, I think the Celtics just might have too many scoring options. And especially if Porzingis does come back, like everybody can score. I mean, Drew Holiday went off. Derek White didn't play good at all, but he's very capable of scoring 25. They just might be too good. I think Pacers needed to steal that one.
I think the Celtics are definitely the favorite right now out of everybody who's still in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're on paper, they're good, man. And even when Tatum's not playing, which I got beef with Tatum, but we'll talk about that in a second.
They just and I didn't watch the game because I can't get the games on ESPN because I'm poor. Um, but just they should have fouled at the end. That's just the philosophy that I grew up watching because Syracuse would always foul up three.
So
That's
they should have fouled at the end, but watching it, the way it happened, like they set a screen for Brown into the corner. He got like a decent look and he like caught the ball, didn't dribble. So if you don't dribble, you kind of lack that ability to foul. Because if he'd have put the ball on the ground, they could have grabbed him and fouled him. But if not, you're playing a dangerous game with you go to reach and then Brown just rises up for a three, gets 3 free throws.
yeah, but at least he earns them that way, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
He,
I mean, it was.
he earned it too making the shot. It's a
I'd
tough shot.
I'd rather him take a tough contested three from the corner than just get 3 free throws automatically.
Yeah, but just to clarify, I am saying foul without being a foul while they're shooting.
Yes, I agree. I'm a fan of fouling that situation also. I just don't think they were in the position to be able to do that. I had
He almost fouled him anyway.
he almost fouled him anyway, which would
Like
have been
trying to avoid it just on the replays. It looked like he almost hit his elbow with his face.
yeah. I mean, to me, I would have rather that happened because I had a parlay of Pacers 9.5, Pacers plus 9.5, Halliburton over 7.5 assists, Siakam over 20.5, Tatum under 29.5. And I would have hit if it didn't go to overtime and Tatum busted the 29.5. So he was at like 26 at the end of regulation. Everybody else hit. But you know, if Jaylen Brown either would have missed that shot or would have made it while getting fouled and won the game right there, I'd have won my parlay. But so me and Jaylen Brown got some beef. And then Tatum just decided to go off in overtime. But that's another story.
That's what you want from your superstar, though.
I mean, it's what you gotta have. I did bet, so I did the parlay, and I also bet all of them individually. So I basically made my money back, but I would have had a nice little payout if that would have hit.
That's what I'm thinking about changing my philosophy, like to never doing parlays and just individually betting all of the ones I wanted.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I just individually bet everything, and then I usually do a parlay of like a very small amount of money on the parlay, just in case all of them hit. And you don't make as much, but you end up not losing as much money. But game 2's in Boston on Thursday, and Boston's favored by 8.5.
I mean, that's a lot of points, but I think about maybe taking it because a loss like that for Indiana is going to be completely fucking demoralizing.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. I was thinking taking Boston minus 8.5 as well. I think that was the Pacers one to win in Boston. I bet they blow them out in game 2.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So tonight, Mavs and T-Wolves. T-Wolves are favored by 4.5. I'm very interested to see the matchups, right? Who's going to guard who? Like we were talking about last time. Ant said on some kind of Twitter interview that he was guarding Kyrie.
I love Ant.
Yeah.
He will get cooked for fucking 40 every game. He did play good defense on Jamal Murray in the fourth quarter. But Jamal Murray isn't fucking Kyrie.
Yeah, I don't want to see him guard Kyrie because I don't want him to have to work that hard on defense. I mean, in reality, they're probably gonna just, if Ant's guarding Kyrie, they'll just do high pick and roll all day anyway. So, I mean, that's all the NBA is nowadays. It's just whoever you're guarding doesn't really matter because you just get screened.
I like the attitude though. I want to guard the best player. I mean, that's the kind of player Ant is. He's fucking awesome.
No, I'm with that. I like the attitude too, and
I like that attitude.
Yeah, I hope he guards Kyrie.
That's the type of shit you need. That's what we need in the NBA. Just fuck that. I'm the best player. I'm gonna guard their best player. Well, do you think Kyrie's their best player? I think he's been their best player in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he's definitely been the best player in the playoffs. I think Luka is like overall a little bit better, can do more things on the offensive end. But in terms of just putting the ball in the basket, I mean, you could argue Kyrie's one of the best to ever do that.
And Luka's probably just a little too big for Ant anyway.
Yeah,
Pause.
yeah, yeah. I agree, but I want to talk about some lines. So I was looking some stuff up. Tell me if you think over or under, what you like, what you don't like. So Ant over under 28.5.
I'm back on the train over all day.
Over all day. I love it. Gobert over under 12.5 points.
Over for the first
Really?
game over.
I was thinking under.
That guy is riding a fucking high after hitting that fadeaway jump shot.
That was the craziest shit I think I've ever seen in my whole life.
I put his nickname that I didn't know was his nickname in the notes of our last episode, the Stifle Tower. How sick is that?
The Stifle Tower. That sounds dirty.
That's a sick fucking nickname.
All right, Cat over under 1.5 threes.
Under. He's getting I don't think they're who's gonna guard him?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know.
Under. He's gonna get to the basket because they got to put Gafford on Gobert.
Yeah, man, I don't know. He likes to shoot those things.
Yeah, I scored. Check this out. I played Weston 2K last night.
Yeah.
He was up by like 15 the whole game. I came back, beat him by 3. Cat had 41 points and 0 rebounds.
Oh my God. That's all.
That's what I expect out of him tonight.
I would love that. Luka over under 3.5 threes.
Under.
Okay, Luka over under 28.5 points.
Over. They don't have anybody that can guard him.
Really? So he's been kind of struggling recently.
It's gotta. He's been struggling, but he gets to the line.
Yeah, true. I think if he has under 3.5 threes, he goes under points as well.
I mean, that's a fair, assessment. I think he's going to try and get to the rim though.
Okay. Kyrie over under 22.5 points.
Over.
I was thinking over. So what I was thinking, Ant over, Gobert under, Cat over, Luka under threes, Luka under points, Kyrie over points.
You have Cat over for the threes?
I do. So
yeah, that one's either way.
Yeah, I agree. And then Drew sent us his winner, right? His locks of the day.
Okay.
So his locks are Derek Lively over 6.5 rebounds, which I like that. He's going to be on Gobert. He's going to have a tough assignment when he does play. But he's been playing good.
He's athletic as fuck.
Yeah, he is. But we'll see. Gobert's is, long. Pause.
Who they start Gafford though, right? Lively comes off the bench.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a solid. That Dallas team is well put together. Me and Wes were talking about that yesterday. After the trade, they got them PJ Washington and got them Gafford.
Yeah, I agree. So he also has Mike Conley over 6.5 assists.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
And then Mike Conley over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined.
So let's say he gets 7 points or 7 assists if he's going over the 6.5. Let's say he gets 7. So he would need 14 points to get 21 and then a couple rebounds. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't love that though.
I think it'll be close. I don't know if I'd take it in my parlay, but I think it'll be close.
He's not going to give you much in the way of rebounds.
No, I don't think so either.
Not with Cat and fucking Rudy Gobert on your team. Anthony Edwards is top 5 in the league for shooting guards rebounding. So
All right. So, question about the game. First part of the question: who do you have winning? Second, if it's the T-Wolves, do you have them covering 4.5?
Yes, I have them winning. No, they don't cover.
Okay, so close game.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Okay. I think I'm going to take them to cover.
My butthole is going to be tight the whole night.
I can't wait to watch that.
My butthole be tight or the game?
Your butthole tight.
All right.
All right. So next segment, we're going to do a little word association segment. I'm going to let you explain how that's going to work.
Okay, so this isn't the first one, but let's just say I say cheese, and you just associate it with the first thing that comes to mind. So, like if I said cheese, and then you said Colby Jack,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that.
Do you want to know what I would have said to cheese?
Cheddar.
Wheel.
Ah, nice. See that's what I'm hoping happens. Stuff like that.
All right. How many do you got?
I was just gonna fucking just fly off the seat of my pants.
That describes you pretty well. Tight butthole, flying off the seat of your pants.
I'm sure you have a nice annotated fucking list over there of things you're
I
gonna
do.
ask.
I have 5 words.
Okay, I can come up with 5.
All right, I'll
You
go
want
first.
to do one, I do one, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll go first, then you go, then I go, then you go. All right. So first word, horse.
Cock. That was the first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured that was coming.
That's what you thought was gonna happen?
Yeah, well, so I was hoping you would say Burger King for horse meat.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Phone.
Phone booth.
Okay. All right.
Alcoholic.
Wes.
Nice. I was hoping you'd say dad.
It was too close to home.
We were already talking.
That was my first thought. That's why there was a pause. So
all right.
sorry, Wes. I just didn't want to be crying the whole episode. Buckets.
Me.
Shock there.
You look up buckets in the dictionary and there's just a picture of me.
Okay.
Fat.
Me.
Fuck.
Nothing like a little that doesn't give anyone license to call me that because I will fucking smack you if you call me that.
Well, that's what you said every other time, and then somebody called you that at Mad Cats and you didn't do shit about it.
Maybe I'm just not like that.
You're not built like that.
Jazz.
My dog.
Could have said music.
Could have said music. All right.
That's
Spicy.
3. Is that 3? This will be your 4th?
This is my 4th.
Okay.
Spicy.
Nuggets.
Spicy nuggets from where?
Wendy's. That's where my head went.
Wendy spicy nuggets. Nice call.
Black.
K1.
What?
I don't know. That's just what popped in my head.
Jesus Christ. Shout out K1. If you want to order protein bars, he's making protein bars. I tried to order some. He said he hadn't figured out shipping yet, so we'll get there. This little sidetrack. I said, "Hey, do you ship?" And then he said, "It's in the notes."
Ooh.
And I thought he meant like notes on his page, so I went and like searched his page for notes. And what he meant was he's going to be like, it's in his notes that he's going to be figuring out how to ship stuff.
Okay.
So shout out K1's protein bars.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I'll definitely get some of those and try them out.
I think now we should probably tell him about the podcast now that I gave him a plug.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So it's you
You're up.
now.
Nope,
You up.
I'm up. Correct, because you baited me with black.
Okay.
All right, goat. Goat cheese. Oh, good old goat cheese.
I want, yeah. I mean, I wish I could be like LeBron, Jordan, but fucking cheese came into my brain. So,
That goes back to the fat word.
oh God, good Lord,
All right, is that it?
ass.
Ass.
Uh,
You at basketball.
that's not the first thing that came. Tell me what really came in your head.
No, that's the first thing that came out of my head. You said ass, and I just pictured, you just dribbling the ball off your leg.
People can check our YouTube channel to see highlights of me busting Trey's ass. It's
Yeah.
uploaded.
If you'll notice, there's only one video posted to the YouTube channel because it just so happens to be that's the game that Tyler played good.
Also, it takes 30 minutes to upload a YouTube video.
Yeah, that's super annoying. So we'll get the game number 2, and then hopefully have some more content posted for you guys.
And we got all the podcasts are also on YouTube as well.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you did that.
Yep. It's like you have what's called a RSS feed, and you share that to different websites. Like we can get it on Apple once we like get like an Apple account we want to use for it and all that shit.
All right. Yeah, that'll be once we make it big time. We'll get us on the Apple pods. But all right, moving in next. This will be the closeout. Pet peeves. You said you had a pet peeve for us.
I got 2. My first one is like you ask somebody, it's usually at work or something, and you ask them for anything, and they say something like, if we do that for you, we have to do that for everyone. No, you don't. I'm not asking you to do it for everyone. I'm asking you to do it for me. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do that one a lot.
I hate that shit.
I'm that guy.
I don't give a fuck what you do for anybody else.
Yeah, I use that one a lot because, especially in our situation, like we would have to do it for everyone because if not, someone will complain. But
Yeah, but your situation is a little different from every other thing.
that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. All right, I got a pet peeve, and it's Tyler not paying me for my bet.
Oh, Jokic.
So for those of you who don't know, we had a bet that Jokic would average under 2 3-pointers made for the series, and just so happens that he averaged under 2 3-pointers made for the series, and my good pal, old Cap Tony, has yet to pay me.
I'm re-downloading the Cash App and I will send it to you live on air.
That's not going to happen.
I have another pet peeve though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you set your alarm to wake up, you get up and then you snooze it. Like for someone like me, I set multiple alarms. I just can't get up with one. So I set the alarm. I get up. I'm doing my regular, morning routine. It's quiet in the house, and I've set my phone down somewhere, and then the alarm continues to go off. It just something happens in me. It's like primal. I get so fucking mad.
So basically, what you're saying is your phone should know that you're up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would expect that coming from you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just tried to send you the money, but it's got my old debit card linked to it. This sounds like a bit, but that is true.
Yeah, sure. Sure, dude. All right, dog. Well, this is a good midweek episode. We should try to do it again sometime.
All right. Shout out eBay Motorsports.
I like it. All right, dog. Catch you next time.